today.
Well, let's talk about today.
You wear a national state level, you have to run non-sale, it's wholesale.
It is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put her in the registration booth with the
Just this ever-evolving story.
Welcome, everybody, to Let's Grow Pulling. Happy Monday. Jason Schultz here with Logan Stevens, Brent Yaron. It's Bjorn, but I call him Yaron. It's funny. And Randy Fishbaugh. We are doing a new start time now, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Randy is East Coast. Bert Forbes is East Coast from North Carolina. Randy's in Ohio. And then we end up talking too long each night, so we decided to move it up. So this is going to be our new start time from now on. Thanks for joining us. Tonight is all about the Pullers Championship, May 15th and 16th in Nashville, Illinois. Brent, is this year number 5 or is this year number 4?
Year number 5.
Year number 5. So what the Pullers Championship is, it's an event that 5 or 6 of us 5 years ago kind of on the podcast here said we need to have our own tractor pull. So we talked to our buddy Brad Holzauer. He's got an amazing facility down there in Nashville, Illinois. And the goal was for the Pullers to get the money. So the purpose of this event, and it has been since day one, and it still is, or the mission of this event is every dollar from the live stream and the gate is given back to the Pullers purse once we have our fixed expenses. And I think the first year maybe or second year, Brent, was only a year we didn't maybe get enough sponsorship to cover our fixed costs. I feel like the last couple of years we've been able to put more money into the purse and to rock it out from there. So if you knew Brent is the IT guy, the one who makes it all happen, that sets up all the fan voting and stuff like that. And the first round of fan voting ended a week ago on Sunday night. And then this last week, Brent and I and Paul and their team, we just been texting pullers and messaging pullers like, hey, congratulations, you got through to the final round, which starts at 8 o'clock tonight, Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. And remember, you can vote once a day. And basically we're asking these pullers, if you get through the final round of fan voting, will you accept this invitation? So that's really what we've been working on the last week. And honestly, it takes us about a week once final fan vote is done. We try to release it that week before the farm show. There's a lot of excitement about pulling always around the farm show. Nothing else really going on. And it's fun to announce that there. Brent, before we get into who made the final round, can you go through each class and then explain to people how there are some just automatic spots, right? Yep. Not promoter invites, but initial invites, right?
Yep. So we have a total of 10 classes this year, and just to kind of go down that list, just so people are aware of what classes they are. So we do have the 85 Limited Pro Stock class. It's a class that's a staple in that Nashville area. 618 Motorsports works on a lot of those vehicles as well. So that is a class that Brad likes to have there. Draws a local fan base. And so that is a promoter's choice class. So we do invite the champions for the major associations, the ITPA, Excalibur, ECI, the PPL Western Series, as well as some of the few fan votes or promoter's choice that Brad wants to see there. Some of the 618 customers and some of the other tough runners. Then we usually try to invite 1 or 2 that maybe haven't been to the facility or track before or haven't pulled with us before, and just to try to mix some new names into there from year to year. So that is promoter's choice. That class list has been posted on our Facebook page, so you can scroll back about like 3 weeks ago, I think, is when we made that announcement. So we do have about half the class is already paid and committed. So just waiting on a few more to trickle in here to get that class complete. As far as the website goes as well, that will be updated here now that I've kind of got through my busy season with banquets and indoor pulling, the holidays, all that stuff. So hopefully I have some time here to get all that up to date. The next class then is the 95 Limited Pro Stock class. There are 2 promoter's choice vehicles in there. Of course, the 2 618 Motorsports Limited Pros. with Brett Hackstead and Brent Shorefighty. So those two are automatically in. And then we had 2 initial invites. So the initial invites, what we did is we invited the points champion this year. Normally in years past is either the top 2 if the class was similar from Outlaws, ITPA, or PPL and NTPA. So if they didn't, so like a class would be the Modified Minis, did not run with the Outlaws. So we would only invite from the NTPA and the PPL. So with that, then we would normally invite the top 3. Well, this year we only did points champions. We wanted more fan votes in. We wanted more people to be able to have the opportunity to vote themselves in. So we essentially just made it that where we're inviting the best of the best, the top from the last year, as well as our overall champion from the year before. So this year we invited the PPL Silver Series champion as well as the Outlaw champion for the limited pro stock class. Then we added new class this year, the 5.0 pro stock tractors. So Brad did build a 5.0 pro stock as well. So 618 Motorsports has another tractor that they debuted at their fall event in September. And so that one was an automatic invite, as well as the Outlaw champion. We did the ITPA champion, as well as another promoter's choice that has always supported Brad throughout the years. And Brad wanted to make sure that he was there. So we do have 6 then fan vote that will be fan voted in. Then we have the pro stock tractors. Again, 618 Motorsports, Brad has a pro stock as well. So that is another promoter's choice that was invited, as well as the PPL and Outlaw champion. Then we move on to the light super stock tractors. We as well as our overall champion from the year before, which was also Brandon Simon. And so we didn't invite somebody else to replace his spot because he took 2 spots. We just opened up another spot then for fan voting. Light super stock tractors, then it was our previous year champion, as well as a champion from each of the 3 major associations. 2-wheel drive trucks, same way, whereas last year's champion, as well as the 3 champions from the 3 major associations. 4-wheel drive trucks, again, same way. This year we added the 4-wheel drive trucks back. The 4-wheel drive trucks are going to run the Outlaw and PPL rules. So NTPA limits to 650 cubes, where Outlaws and PPL do allow unlimited cubic inches as long as they can swing a stock crank. So that is the rules that we're going to allow, just to open it up to more competitors. And in years past, we've had the 650 trucks. They've been able to compete just as well. So until that time comes, that's kind of where the super farms, unfortunately, the class has been great, but those rules are becoming so far apart from each other between the 2 associations that to try to make up the difference to make them compete with each other is starting to become more and more difficult. Super stock diesel trucks. We have our last year's champion for TPC, as well as the NTPA and PPL champions. Modified minis, same way. We have last year's overall champion, as well as the PPL and NTPA champion. And last year we added the light mods late. That was a promoter's choice class. This year we opened it up to fan voting. So we have last year's weekend winner, which was Terry Feiss, as well as the NTPA light modified champion, which was Wayne Sullivan, and then the Outlaw 7,400 pound modified champion, which was the Peshes and Thermal Thunder. So not all the invites that you saw Schultz kind of going through there accepted their invite. Obviously some have other prior obligations that they got to commit to, or obviously farming's a big one, and we know and we have always dealt with that. But we do have more than half that has accepted their invites, and again, that will be updating on the website here, hopefully in the next week or so. So just stay tuned for that, as well as we'll make our normal posts about who is coming on our Facebook page. So just be on the lookout for that. That's kind of the rundown of that. So we have the top 20, like Schultz had already kind of gone over. Is what we did is compiled an entire list of every competitor in each class. Everybody had 2 weeks to vote on who they wanted to see compete, and move on to round 2. So then we started with the top 20 there. What I did is I can see in the back end who's voting for themselves, as well as just seeing who was sharing stuff around and knew who was wanting to obviously compete at the Forest Championship. If we did not know, as there is, a lot of competitors that they, didn't vote for themselves or, weren't sharing this, content, stuff like that. We reached out to them to see if they would accept an invite if they were to get voted through round 2. So the list that we have is that everybody that is, I would say 90% confident that they'd be able to make it there. There's, a couple that they're just like, as long as parts are available, like we want to make it, just different things like that. So if they were, more than willing to commit to it as long as everything worked out, that's who's on this list. And so we will take, so say in the 95 limited pro stock class, we will be taking 6 through. Obviously, if somebody they got voted in, was unable to make it, we then moved on to number 7 and just continued on down that list until we fill out the class. So that's how that works, just like it has always in years past. And this year was the most amount of classes you'd be able to vote for as well, with 9. Years past, it's always been 7. So it didn't make it it took us a little bit longer to, get these lists accurate and up to date. But what we have here tonight and what we'll be sharing with everybody tonight is the list that you'll be able to vote on. And voting will go live at 8 p.m. tonight. And
there's some strategy as well, people, because you can vote once a day. So you can just go in and vote for your favorite puller, which kind of makes sense, right? Because you don't want to give somebody else other votes because you don't know how you're doing. And there's been different things like that. And Brent has seen people try to scam the system as well. And Brent happens to have an IT background. So that's been good for us as well. And Brent is the only one who actually sees all the votes coming in. So, because I always get accused of, Schultz, you're just letting your buddies in. No, I'm not. Yarn doesn't trust me with all that kind of information. We just have some fun with it. So before we get into the final round fan vote, who you can vote for here, starting in 38 minutes. Randy, you haven't been to the Pullers Championship, or have you been to our event?
Yep, I was out there a few years ago with Jeff when he had the minis.
Okay. Good. What did you think of it? What did you think of it? And then what do you hear from like your pullers in Ohio? Do they know much about this event or?
No, not they don't know. Shouldn't say they don't know much about it. They just, because most of them are all just, they shouldn't say just state pullers, but they're all state pullers, so not too many of them get to participate in it, other than Jeff and Kellogg, which being the national pullers.
Right.
But no one. I've never heard anybody ever say anything bad. Everybody thinks about or talks about being able to go, but with the vote thing, how that.
Well, that's what's been fun about it.
For sure.
The fan vote, and we thought of this early on.
For sure.
Get some automatic. Brent invites those people that he talked about back in December, and they basically have until the end of December to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And then the rest of it is, put into the fan vote. Logan, you're in Kansas. You're a PPL puller. What have you heard about the Pullers Championship? Have you been able to attend it?
We haven't been able to make it out there quite yet with stuff. As for anything, gunning and trying as always. Hopefully we have our fair luck with the fan vote this year. But it's always been good talk on the event between turnout, competition, and stuff. So.
And Brent touched on it briefly. The time of the year, we know it affects farming. Kevin Masterson, his text message, I can almost read it to you before I send it. Hey, Kevin, do you want to come to the Pullers Championship? Schultz, I'd love to. We've heard good things about it, but I'm a farmer and I can't park my planter. Brent Yarn's dream is to have first place or have the money be enough someday that Kevin Masterson says, you know what, I can park my planter for a couple days. So if we keep growing our crowd and the live stream the way we have these last couple of years, hopefully we can get to that point someday. But we're never going to change our date. We do not want to interfere with any national point series. We don't want to go at the end of the year because, Randy, you know what it's like. Logan, you know what it's like. September, you're already tired. Crops, your equipment's tired. You're tired. So we kind of treated this as you can look at this as a test and tune against national competition with a good prize payback, or it's a great way to kick off the outdoor season. There's a lot of different positives about it. And once you've been to Brad's facility, you understand how nice it is and then how much he cares as a promoter. When you meet Brad Holzhauer, that it'll all make sense to you when it comes down.
That's one thing that really stands out. I haven't been for the Pullers Championship, but being at Brad's later event in the year, hospitality is second to none with Brad.
Yep.
Make sure pullers are fed, pullers are enjoying their time, and he just likes to see cool stuff go down the track.
Yep. So let me know in the comments what classes you want to see first. Let's have some fun with this. Do you want to see light mods? 2-wheelers, super stocks, pro stocks, modified minis, 4-1s, light supers, 4-wheel drives, or 5.0 pro stocks. The first comment, they get to put that up there. So, and again, thank you to Yarn who puts all this together. It's a lot of freaking work, a lot of work. So, and shout out to everybody for jumping on the night, for not starving it out there in the snowstorms and stuff like that. And Brent and I live in Wisconsin, and it's so cold it can't even snow right now. So. Jeremy Yeager wants super stock 4-wheel drives. Oh no,
Sure he does.
Amber Schwarzkopf was first. She wants lightweight supers. All right, here we go. So Amber, we're gonna put lightweight supers up first. Then I'll let Yarn start talking again.
Yeah.
There we go. So this is gonna be.
Can you take the scroller off? You're missing one vehicle.
I think I got my banner block at the bottom there. Hold on.
So this is the list of the light superstock tractors. So
Is that it,
Brian
Brent,
Bowles,
right there?
Yep, Brian Bowles, past champion with Alter Ego, Case Empty Pockets, Mike Huser, Detonator Black, Adam Spiegelberg, Digging Fever, Esden Lane, Eaton Dollars Elky Edition, David Ested, Evening Thunder, Kevin Essery, Extremely Insane, Larry Phillips, Field Sobriety, Bobby Jones, another past champion, Galat, Brent Payne, High Strung, Tate and Bryce Terry, Insanity, Brandon Phillips, Last One Standing, Justin Hoffman, another past champion, Letter Buck, Rex Kuhn, Lil Dominator, Mike Novinger, Light Trouble, Ryan Henley and Kenneth Hale, Lil Bad Alice, Bernie Plotz, Little Temptation, Elmer Hogg, Never Enough, Alan Ulmer, Red, Brian Schrammick, and Tennessee Tracks, Jacob Bouquet.
Brent, how many spots are open in the light super stock class?
So we will be taking, I think, 8 in this class. Let me just verify.
8 out of the 20?
Yep.
Out of that
8.
20?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you can vote every day. And then fans, if you're a puller and you see your name on there, like, whoa, like you didn't get my text message or you didn't get my messenger, and I'm 99% most of you did, but for some reason you can't do it or something's changed even since last week, please let us know now and we'll just pull you off. Or to Brent's point earlier, we'll just go to the next person on the fan vote. And that's what's great about it. It's very.
Yeah, if you let us know today, we can or tomorrow we can still get you off in time where we can get somebody in that. But if you tell us on Friday, I mean they already lost 4 days of voting, so obviously.
Brent, from the voting standpoint, love the new classes we added, the light mod and the 5.0. Did you see a lot of votes on those? Because I'm seeing a lot of people mention.
Oh yeah, I was actually very surprised with how easy it was to fill the light mod class, because. Normally in years past, like we did modified fan voting the first year. We struggled. Obviously, there's less of them. But like this year, I mean, last year I knew we had a lot of interest in it. It was just so late for letting people know about it that we're trying to fill those last, 1 or 2 spots that, and again, it was a month out when we were, started reaching out to people. So it was definitely, from a competitor standpoint, a lot of interest in the class, as well as, it was probably one of the most voted on classes. And yeah, all of them, there's not really one class that kind of stands out amongst the rest when it comes to voting anymore. It's all pretty equal across the board. So
I like this spread of classes. I feel like out of all of them, I still want to get light pros in there somehow, Brett, someday, but I really like. We have a nice mix of spark plugs and smoke and a little bit of everything. And that light mod class, Randy, what do you guys run in OSTPA? It's the Outlaw ITPA rules. So it's that 7,400 pounds.
Yep,
where,
74. Yep.
3-engine Chevy can get in. There's a lot of different things can get in. Like Terry Feist whooped everybody's ass last year. But there's a lot of different combinations. It isn't, and I love the NTPA Grand National light mod class, but it's Hemis, right? Hemis versus Hemis. This 7,400 pound class, there's a lot of different combinations that can get in there. And I really, really like that. And the Outlaws and ITPA have it's done well for them. The turbines, Logan, you saw some of the numbers they had in Cambridge, Illinois, and Donaldson, Iowa. They had 15-20 light mods, or that's the modified class for those associations. So it's been kind of fun to see that. So, but enough of me yakking. Nobody wants to listen to me yak. They want to see more stuff. Jeremy Yeager was next, and he said super stock diesel trucks. So take it over there, Yarn.
All right. We got American Pride, Keith Witt. The Antler Addiction, new truck for Ben Schimpf in 2025. Caretaker, Chase Eller. Chapter 11, Norm Newswanger. Coal Mine Express, Todd Custer. Crazy X, John Manns. The Cummins Killer 2 of Dylan Kuzlik. And the Cummins Killer 3 of Craig Dickey. Evil Diesel, Randy Overton. Jumping Jack Flash, Nathan Vig. Kong, Cody and Xander Lee. On Borrowed Time, Aiden Hodges. One Nation, Cody Lee. Rock Hard Ram, former champion, Van Hazley. The Shy Diesel, Brady Ingram. Shy Diesel, Kent Crowder. Shark Bait, Jesse Warren. Smoking HD, Eric Stacy, another former champion. Something to Prove, Jaden Littman. And Trencher, Jeremy Yeager.
Nice. Again, and how many are we taking, Brent? How many spots do we have to fill in there?
This class is going to be also 8.
Okay, so you're voting for 8. And again, there's strategies. You know, if you're a puller and you just want to see yourself in there, I wouldn't vote for anybody else if I was you. If you're just a fan and you pick who you want to see there. And I don't know of any other poll in the world like this, where the fans are determining what 10 vehicles they're going to see in their classes like this. So it's really cool. I love our concept that we came up with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the comments. So I got to go back up. Amber said lightweights. Nathan Bramer says four-wheel drive trucks. And we had those 2 years ago. It was an awesome class. The California guys really got after the fan vote, drove 30 freaking hours to come out here.
Yep.
And I know they've been.
I'll say again, they got after the fan voting again.
Yep, this they did.
They definitely campaigned well out there.
Here we go. Four-wheel drive trucks. Go
All
ahead.
right. Baby Huey, Chris Daniels, Bodacious, Bob Morell, Code 3, John Bohr, Cornfed, Jason Bramer, Double Ugly 2, Jason Gish, Final Drive, Nathan Reeve, Fired Up, Cody Lewis, Gunpowder and Lead, Terry Hagdorn, Kicking Up Dust, Terry Hagdorn, Night Rider, Brad Hunter, Profab, Lisa Peterson, Profab Geared Up, Larry Peterson, Rags, Spike Reeve, Renegade, Graham Young, Simon Says, DJ Sullivan, The Intimidator, David Viendal, Traction Control, Donnie Reeve, Triple Throwdown, Garrett Reeve, Wicked Sensation, Todd Heinrichs, and Yellow Fever, Steve Massetti.
Wow. Half of those are California trucks, Brent. That's awesome.
Like I said, I saw them. I mean, I'm friends with a good amount of them on Facebook. They were sharing it every single day.
I love it.
And yeah, they definitely been campaigning to, try to get as many of them out here again. So
you said 8 light supers, 8 four-wheel drives.
No, super stock 4-wheel drives. There'll be 7 4-wheel drives.
7 four-wheel drives. This is going to be fun.
Yep. I did see something to Prove is for sale, and that is correct. Littman's actually are building a new truck. So.
Okay. Emily Ann says minis, so we'll do minis next. I'm going in order of comments, so I got to sort through them here. So mini rods last year was Pisig won it last year, right, Brent?
Yep.
Okay. Modified minis.
Yep, with Fallout. So
here we go.
All right. Logan Pisig, Aftermath, Jesselyn Fagundes, Bank Roller, Adam Kester, and Beast of Burden. The Buckeye Special of Richard Peters. Bull Hauler Green and Red of Butch Poland. Cutting Up Reese Shelton. Funny Little Farmal, Ken Benny. Have No Mercy, Tyler Slaw. It's No Joke, Mike Evans. Grant Theobald and Lil Wicked, Renee Theobald, Pretty Wicked, Sawed Off of Grayson Shelton, Sharecropper of Robbie Fagundes, Show No Mercy of Bruce Slaw, Splinter of Camille Shelton, Vibrator of Chase Richardson, Walk the Line, Adam Kester, Mason Theobald and Wicked, and Chad Timmerman's Wildfire. So that is the top 20 there, and we will be taking 7 out of this group.
Schultz ran off.
And Schultz ran off. So
I had to pee.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Who's next? Mini four-wheel drive 5.0. 5.0 is next.
All right.
How
5.0
many minis
this year. And
Brett, how many minis are we taking?
we are taking 7.
7 fan votes. Okay. 5.0. 5.0 Pro Stocks. First time ever at the Pullers Championship.
And we are taking 6.
6 5.0.
So we got 8 seconds of Kurt Koima, the AC Express of Cody Sheeby, Barn Buddy HD, Chuck Schluter, Cottonmouth Richard Warren, The Extreme Pleasure of Taylor Van Beek, Chuck Holsworth and the Fly You Fool, Gage Porter and Gain Green, Jared Wortman and Goliath, Gone of Cody Eric, High Strung 5.0, Brandon Cromwell, Hillbilly Express of Jim Brackett, Kids Inheritance, Caden Wagner, Machine Shed Rocket 5.0, Wayne Tedder, Rodney Davison of with Red Iron, the Kazuzik family and Red Power Express, Henry Smith Sneaky Snake 2, Micah C. Bausma, Special Edition 5.0, the Wampus Cat of Greg Yeager, and then Wheat Fed, David Justison, and Wide Loose Deer, Kyle Pedley.
So 6.50s. That class is really growing, Brent.
Yes, it has. And there's we've found a few more that are even being built when reaching out the 4-1 pullers. So
I'm just going here. Mini 5.0 alcohol tractors after dark, so we can roast marshmallows. That's kind of funny. It's a great list. 2-wheel drive is not. Steve Grouse wants to see 2-wheel drives.
Grouse.
I'll take that comment down. Sorry, Brent. Give me a second.
Hey, and thanks, Brian. We appreciate you coming.
Yep, 2-wheel drives. How many, Brent?
Chad Mayhill, 2-timing. Addiction of Michael White.
How many are we taking, boss?
And we are taking 6.
6 fan votes. Okay, go.
So 2-timing, Chad Mayhill. Addiction of Michael White. Donnie Sullivan, The Big Stick. Jesse Petro, Buckeye Hauler. Richard Morris, and Buffalo's Chips. Corn Burner, Jason Sullivan. Easy Money, Jacob Wiley. Timmermans, Kyle Kurt and Terry, and the Hot and Nasty. Kathy's Completed, Jesse Petro. Donna, is it Donna Seitzma?
Dana.
Yep. Tim Beatty and the Lumberjack, Misty, and Jeremy Nelson with both Midnight Chaos and Midnight Gambler. Lisa Tatum and the Part City Auto Parts. Jonathan Payne and Rampage. 2 showtimes, one of Brandon Cox and one of Wayne Timmerman. RJ Simon and the Simon Says Chevy. Bethany Nelson and the Sweet Revenge and Whip It of Donald Nelson.
So there's your 2-wheel drives for the final round of fan voting, which starts in 23 minutes. Vote once a day. That's for the 2-wheelers. 4-wheelers, 4.1 was the next request. 95 limited pros. How many are we taking there, Yaron?
In this class, we got 6 as well.
Okay.
All right. Aaron Geitzel. It's a case 2290 out of Wisconsin. Colorblind, Ken and Sydney Summers. Brent Paddock in the Digging Deer, Deep Deer. Full bore of the Rattermans G-Force, Mike Gerlach. High Class Hooker, Phil and Kendra Rausch. High Velocity Legacy Edition, Kelsey and Garrett Davidson. Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, Michael Rozier. Darren Ratterman's IH 5488. Just Add Dirt, Jacob Ohl. Killing Time, Dean Hollicky. Mike Bausma, Limited Edition. Norman Garrett Caban in Magnum Force. Moody, Justin Smith. One Mean Farmer of Roger Rui. Running in the Red and Running Red Hot of Nick and Tom Gallitz. George Beyer and Side Piece, former champion. Steve Bausma in the Special Edition. And then Thunderclutch, Avery Elsing.
And you said 6 of those for the 4-1s, right?
That is correct.
All right. I think we have just light mods and big pros left, right? Light
That's
supers.
correct. Choose what you would like.
Light supers. How many light supers are we
We already
taking?
did light supers as a first class.
Oh,
What's
sorry.
first class?
Thanks, Randy. Don't yell at me.
No.
Let's do pro stocks. How many pro
All right.
stocks are we taking, Brent?
We are taking 8 pro stocks.
Okay.
So starting it off, we got Lance Little and Anger Management. The Wishmeyers, Barely Getting By. Cruiser Meal 2 of Jay Miller. Reese Shelton, Cutting Down. Grayson Shelton and Cutting Edge Pro. El Nino, Rhett Parrish. Greenwood Emby, Denny, Sam, and Elijah Brown. Hardcore Addiction of the Hartmans. Camille Shelton Parrish. IH 650. Last Chance, Chance McGrath. Loud and Heavy X, Brandon Simon. Money on Black, Peter Norton. Robbie Nesden Lemke, New Generation Plus. Chris Hoyt and Nutcase. Red Gambler of Tim Kane. John Link, Revelation Pro. Greg Elsing, the T8 Tomcat. Trailblazer of Travis Coons. Corey Bob and the Wishmeyers and the Whiskey Wild. And then Braden Tramick and the Youngblood.
Brent, when a tractor gets sold, the invitation goes with the tractor, right?
Correct.
Yep. Because I've heard that Revelation Pro is out east now. I found that out last week. So.
Yep.
I heard that as well.
Okay, cool. I think it might be blue now, with the rumor I heard. So, like a smirk. Pro stocks. And the last we have, I think, all the light mods, right, Brent?
Light Mod should be the last one.
Okay, and how many are we taking of those?
We got 7 in this one as well. So the Outlaw ITPA modified tractors, also known as light mods, not to get confused with the NTPA light mods. That's why it's Outlaw ITPA, 7,400 pounds. Bullbuster, Don Nelson, Robbie Fagundes and the Californian, Cody Singletary, Carolina Night Train, or whatever he decides to name the tractor. Cameron Neves and the Cotton Candy, Griffin Grawl and Doug Both, Hush Money, Russell and Mitchell Phipps and Steve Hood, Italian Stallion, Steve Milanesio. I Schultz, how do you say that?
Where are we at?
Steve
Melanesio.
Melanesio.
You got to say it, Brent. You got to say it almost like the mob. Melanesio. Like you eat pasta. Melanesio.
Yeah, I'll forget that. Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, that's okay.
Les Corporal Punishment. Brent and Johnny Payne and Limitless. Max Cackle Jr., Blaine and Donnie Fagundes. Mr. Twister, Scott Tedder. Len Brookhart and the Radio Reactor. Ramblin' Rose at Tom Owens. Wayne Longnecker and River Rat. Todd Feist and the Snow Farmer. Sweet Pain and the Almer family. Tag Team, Dave Richardson. Texas Bullwhip of Don Nelson. Kevin and Trevor Mazzetti and the Whip. And then the Twisted Whip of Don Nelson.
That's funny there because the Whip is the old chassis of the Twisted Whip.
Yep.
Back in the day, so that's kind of funny. So, yeah. Well, cool. If anybody has any questions, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Voting starts in 19 minutes. Brent will make that live there.
I just posting those top 20 lists to the Facebook page now, so you should be able to find them on there. The top 20 lists that I normally do, if you've ever looked at the website and see pictures of the vehicles, it will be posted probably by the end of the day tomorrow. So if you are unfamiliar with these vehicles and what they look like, those will get posted. I only have so many hours in a day free, and I ran out of those free hours.
Nice. Logan, what's going through your mind?
Well, I don't really know what's going through my mind right now, Jason.
That's fair. Randy, what's going through your mind right now?
It's exciting. There's a lot of people on there I don't know, and I'm gonna get to know them throughout the summer if I travel around with everybody that we're gonna travel with. So I'm excited to see some names on there that I don't know. There were some names I thought I would see on there that I didn't, and so yeah, not much we can do about it other than just try to keep voting. And there's always next year. So.
Yeah. How many mod tractors are going to Nashville? Craig Ulmer wants to know.
Yep.
I mean,
so we will be inviting 7 through fan voting, and then we have 3 that were invited through the initial invites for a total of 10.
So 10 is the magic number in every class, right, Brett?
Yep. So we'll
Gotcha.
have 100 hooks is the plan.
Yeah, that's always been our goal, Randy and Logan. We want less a 4-hour or less show.
For sure.
We all preach about seat time and people taking too long and going too late. And we'd love to have it done in 3.5, but I think 4 has been kind of our number and got a lot of big stuff and different things like that. So, yeah.
No, it'll be good. For sure.
Try to put it where our mouth is a little bit. Radio Reactor making it to the next round. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a super neat tractor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep. Yep. That he's from out east, right? That one.
Yes.
Yep.
I think New York, right?
I think
Maryland.
Yeah.
Maryland.
I think so.
So I mean, if you're on that list, get on your Snapchat, get on your Facebook, get on your TikTok, your Instagram, your YouTube. This is what another thing we want to do is we want to turn the puller into the promoter, because the more excitement they get their fans into it, and the more people that come to the gate or by the live stream, the more money that they get paid. This has always been what kind of our dream behind all of this. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty excited about everything. So it's good to get it going again. I would say the first round of fan voting kind of snuck up on us with the holidays. I'm not going to lie. Normally we go live, Brent and I, and talk about it. We just made some Facebook posts. It took a couple days more than normal to really get momentum going. Then all of a sudden our phone started getting, hey, did the fan vote start? Did the fan vote start? And it kind of got going from there. So it was pretty fun. I just want to keep flipping through comments here. Yeah, 100 hooks is perfect. I agree. It's a nice show. Yeah, we got Maryland watching. Oh, I think that's maybe Mike just saying that's where Radio Reactor's from. So I saw somebody say vote early, vote often. So kind of like that. So yeah, I didn't want to have a super long show tonight. Just wanted to unveil this fan vote. What else, Logan's going on in your world? Like, what's going on at your house with the farming and not farming? You're in the shop and stuff like that. What are you looking forward to?
Right now, we got a lot of stuff cool going on for this coming year. A lot of new stuff. A lot of stuff that no one's tried before. A lot of stuff that may work, may not work, kind of deal. So, got some big activities going on between running 2 circuits and doing some pretty cool stuff.
Did you guys get into the high stakes thing with the mini?
Yes, sir, we did.
1 or 2?
Both of them.
Both of them. All right. So they're taking 15, right?
That's up for debate right now.
Yep.
I cannot say whether we're taking 15 or whether we're taking more.
Okay. I haven't heard. When are we gonna? Have you guys heard one? Like I saw Shane Hunt had a post the other day about
Soon.
the list should be coming out soon. So
Yeah.
That's all I can say is soon.
okay. Do you actually know though?
I can't say.
That's fine. He's playing it close to the vest tonight. Logan Stevens. I like it. So.
It's all right.
Yeah. Last year on Friday we had hail. It was wild last year on Friday, but we still. What did we start an hour and a half late, Brett? Do you remember last year on Friday night?
Yeah, it hailed, and then it rained a lot, and at the same time, and it was really windy. I think we didn't start till 8:30 actually.
Okay.
But they were already there. They were fine with polling. I mean, so we did. Obviously, yeah, there wasn't much of a crowd, but so that definitely affected it. One, payout, but 2, I mean, track kind of was not the greatest either because we didn't really get to do anything with it. Just sat on our tarp forever. And but yeah, then next night obviously we made changes and had a great track. So and great crowd. And I think Saturday last year, even with we keep adding bleachers, Brad keeps adding more and more, and we just keep having bigger crowds every year. So hopefully that trend continues. And then obviously sponsorship. We're ready to, if anybody's interested, just reach out to them. Myself, Schultz, anybody's contact information's on the website. So just reach out to one of us or anybody that's involved, and we'll definitely sit down and talk and see if we can make something work. And yeah, that's obviously what pays, for the event to happen, and make sure that we can pay the most back to the to the pullers. And yeah, it's obviously we keep seeing the trend every year where it feels like we're in the right direction. And so as long as things continue that way, I think, by, we start year 5 this year, and I think we're going to be to the point where kind of where we envision year 5 to be. So hopefully by year 10, we can kind of double what we're doing now or more, and just keep trending in the right direction. And hopefully it becomes one of the more paid out events. And just kind of, that's obviously my goal. Is I would love to see, 10 classes, $10,000 a win, where, it's the pullers aren't paying for the purse, and, it's not $50 a ticket to watch an event. It's still $20, and there's still plenty to do at the event as well, outside of just watch the tractor pull. That's kind of our goal. So
Roger just commented. He just jumped on. We did start a half an hour early, Roger. But yeah, Roger, you made it through the final round. So your tractor is in the final round. Vote once a day. Brent, 2 weeks, right? Now to
yep. So fan voting will start in 11 minutes, and it'll go until February 8th at just before midnight.
Gotcha. I did see a comment. Yeah, I saw Murfreesboro got canceled, guys. That's the ice down there in the south.
Yeah, I saw pictures of some of that, and it looks ridiculous. Like, praise out to everybody down there, because they definitely got dealt a rough hand for weather that they are not accustomed to. So
yeah.
For sure. I seen some on the Weather Channel here at home. Nashville was just all kinds of twisted up, wasn't it? Lots of ice. It was a mess. Feel sorry for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Murfreesboro's not far from Nashville at all. I've flown in there for that before.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Randy and Susie can hang with the field sobriety this summer. Jones is stepping in there. So I like it.
Yep. They're a lot of fun.
We got Chuck asked me, but I'm going to be in Zellwood for the Super Bowl, February 6th and 7th. We'll be down streaming that. And then going back to Louisville, and then heading back down to Inverness, Florida, February 14th and 15th. It's a Saturday and Sunday. Yes, somebody's having a tractor pull the same weekend as Louisville. I think they're doing something in California too. Tulare, maybe? I got to check with Max Tackle Sports out there. But this is the Zellwood Super Bowl. And then we have our Southern Swing. Well, then it's Fort Wayne, March 6th and 7th. Yep. I also think Gordyville is that weekend.
Yep.
And there's also, I feel like there's something else going on that weekend too, March 6th and 7th. But Fort Wayne is kind of invitational only, Grand National and some region classes Friday and Saturday night, and they're having monster trucks during the day, Saturday and Sunday, because we're live streaming the pull and full pull live. And then we have our Southern Swing. So we're taking down 4 Grand National classes to Florida, the 4.1 Limited Pros, the Minis, the Light Mods, and the Super Stock Diesel trucks. And we're making one post today on Full Pull Social. We've been reaching out to the pullers the same way Brent and I have been as well, like who's coming, to try to get a good list out there with that. So Cloverdale, Brent, you were there, is that last weekend now already? Week ago?
Yeah, it was not this past weekend, but the weekend before. Yep.
Okay. And then I think Ocala happened last weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. I'm just trying to keep up with everything. Logan, do you do much quarter scale pulling with your brother this time of year?
Not this time of the year. We have in years past. We were supposed to have an event, what would have been last weekend there. It got taken out because of all the snow that went through the middle of Missouri with stuff.
Yeah.
But no, we don't do a whole bunch of quarter scale and pulling with Tom and all them. But great group to hang around with, nevertheless.
Yeah. Chuck, Liberty, Kentucky is March 6th and 7th. That's a big NQS pull. I know that for a fact. And then Matt Larson's deal is coming up in April, I believe. They messaged me tonight. That's a big mini rod garden tractor pull coming up in April. We'll start talking about all that here. But I want tonight to pretty much just be about the Pullers Championships and then just kind of have a nice short night. We are going to be starting every Monday at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern now. 7 o'clock's good for Logan and I, and then we got Randy and Bert on. Bert's from North Carolina. Randy's from Ohio, and Brent's our guest tonight because he's the Pullers Championship main man. So, it was the same week as Big Daddy. Yeah, I wanted the Big Daddy Motorsports. That's right. That was fun. Out in North Carolina, kind of like I don't know, Randy, you're the one old enough to understand this, but like remember like when the Orange Blossom Special would come to like a smaller arena back in the day, they'd have like 30 or 40 vehicles. That was that kind of feel, and that was I met a lot of the Dragon Motorsports guys, and we streamed that. That was a lot of fun.
Good. That's exciting. Good. Yep. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, April 3rd and 4th is Matt's pull. What town's that in, Brent?
New Richmond.
New Richmond, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Did you announce the 4-wheel drive class yet? Just started. Yeah, I'll do it right now. Do you think he wants gas or diesel, Chris?
Probably gas,
Probably gas. Okay.
I guess.
4-wheel drive gas trucks. Again, these are the people that made it through to the final round of fan voting. And for 4-wheel drive, we are taking 7. You can vote for 7 trucks. There's a list there for those of you who want to do that. So, Don Boer's probably working Facebook already. I like that guy. Yeah. No, it's fun for the California guys, everybody, because they make a trip out of it. It's neat. They vlog it. They have a good time, and they travel all the way across the freaking country. And California is a long ways, but they're good people. I've got to know them out there with MLM Motorsports and at the Golden State Invitational. We have a lot of fun with them. So, Chris, tell me if that's what you need. Brent's posting all these on the pull off. The Pullers Championship Facebook page. I like pull off about as much as I like sharpening myself with a sharp stick in the eye. So, me and my dad will be. Oh, Dana Seitzma says me and my dad will be in Tulare, California, February for the World Ag Expo. Yeah, what are the dates on that, Dana? And Dana, she has a 2-wheel drive low life T-bucket. And if you watch the live stream of the Golden State Invitational, I'll throw a 2-wheel drive back up here. Dana's on here. I'll get rid of that comment. You're welcome, Chris. Thanks for jumping on here. Dana, you're on there somewhere. And then her dad has the old war wagon of Billy Beers. And I can't remember what he calls it now. But again, it's a 4-engine mod. They're from Oregon, I believe, or Washington, way out west.
That low life truck just came a couple miles up the road from out here.
Oh, whose was it?
That was some good friends of ours, the Murfield family.
Okay. Good deal. Well, it runs. Brent Sullivan took his 2-wheeler out there now, and they're starting to get 5, 6, 7, 8 2-wheel drive trucks in a class now out west, so it's pretty neat. Holiness came. I've got to know the Massettis the last 5 years, everybody, and Holiness came a long ways in 5 years out there, a long ways where they can compete with us out here. It's called the War Wagon. We're in Eastern Washington. Yeah, there it is. So Billy Beers, her dad is awesome. Gary is her dad's name. Super nice guy. So, I just kind of, what else, Randy? You guys got anything else going through your brains right now, guys?
No, just exciting. Just trying to get ourselves excited to go to, we're going to Louisville and then we're going to Florida with you and, and watching this thing here evolve and see who gets all the votes. It'll be fun. Next couple weeks going to be busy for sure.
Michael says, thanks, everyone. Really hope to make it in case of empty pockets. What class are they in?
Light super. And if I remember, I believe he was pulling back. He's been out, had it in his tractor park for a while, and then he just brought it back out this year. So,
yeah. Logan, are you coming to Louisville?
I don't think we'll make it down there this year.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything talks-wise on it, so I don't think we'll be making the trip this year.
Got it. When are you going, Schultz? You're coming home.
Probably Monday. We gotta get our merch booth set up and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. Got it.
Logan, if I needed you and I could bribe you, could you make it happen?
I can make anything happen if you bribe me, Jason.
Good, thank you. Just put that on my list.
For what, Louisville or for Florida? You want to maybe you go down there and run the
For Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
Am I saying it wrong? Louisville.
I
don't ever ask Yarin because he has all of his vacation time already planned out, so it's all good. So. Good to go. Well, cool. Thanks for watching tonight. This is all about the Pullers Championship. The final fan vote starts in 3 minutes. Again, vote once a day. Get on social media, and then if you make it into the show, start promoting the event. We'll get posters made up. You can share around. We need your help promoting it as well. And social media, we all know the last couple of years, all the pullers are getting involved with that. So it's great to see everybody doing that and having a good time. So, Brent, you got anything else left?
No, just, yeah, you already covered it. Just, you can go vote once a day, vote who you want to see. If you're a puller, campaign to try to make it there. And yeah, obviously these next, 3.5, 4 months, whatever ends up being, is going to go probably it's 2 weeks, and it'll be here before we know it. So yeah, again, if anybody that you know or yourself wants to sponsor or get involved in any way, just reach out to one of us. Again, the dates are the 15th and 16th of May in Nashville, Illinois, at the Track of Holes hours. Start time will still stay at 6 p.m. And yeah, just obviously follow our Facebook page. And look at the website. All the initial invites will be updated on there. And then once we have the round 2 finish, all the competitors that get voted through will start showing up on there as well as they register. So any other information that we have regarding to the event will be posted on both those platforms. So just stay tuned to those. And if you have any questions, reach out.
And we do know that camping is what grows an event. And Brad has purchased more land. It's still primitive camping, but we have room for a lot of campers. The goal someday will be to turn it into more camper friendly, if you will. I don't know what the right word to use, but we're working towards that goal as well, and maybe ultimately turn this into a 3-day, 4-session type of a deal with a bunch of different classes and stuff. But until we can pack the house both nights on this, we're not going to spread ourselves out any thinner than what we already do, right, Brent? So.
Yeah, like you said, that land that he purchased definitely helps with continuing growing the event, because it also opened up the opportunity for a lot more event parking. That was something that we were starting to struggle with, and now we have plenty of it. So for the near future, hopefully it becomes an issue again. But at least for now, we have plenty of parking available, as well as camping spots available. So that is a thing. And it's now 8 o'clock. So fan voting should be live. So if you go to the website, it should be there.
ThePullersChampionship.com. Randy, final words?
Vote, everyone. That's what it's all about. Good seeing everybody. Thanks for letting me be involved.
And Logan, you always do our sign off. Sign us off, Logan.
All righty, let's get her done. And with that, go vote. It's not a presidential election. Just pick your favorite person out here with this, and go enjoy yourselves. Life's too short to be upset with each other. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace. You guys hang around for a second afterwards. I want to chat.
Stay
Thanks for
warm.
watching, everybody.
See you guys.
Today. Let's talk about today.
Grand national state level, you have to run non-sales, wholesale.
Is 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put a rate in a registration move with them.
Just this ever-evolving story.